I am Sathyanarayana here. Namaste to you all. I am thankful to all the subscribers and viewers of my channel. Today, I would like to talk about the fire element. The word fire does not express the full potential of this element. In our country, we call it as Agni, the proper word. All elements have some unique qualities. As such, Agni also. It is omnipresent. The fire in the water is referred as Badabagni or Badabanalamam. There are different terminological words to represent Agni in and on the earth and in the space and in the living and non-living beings. Mainly, it's a sign of energy or life. All the inward and outward actions are possible only because of this fire element. Each biological form has certain amount of fire element in it. This amount of fire, for measuring purpose, we use different terminology. For example, Celsius, Fahrenheit, watts, kelvins, and so on. It is both visible and non-visible. It is around about 4% in our body as well as in this planet. In certain parts of the human body, it is dominant, that is, in higher degrees, such as mouth, throat, lungs, spleen, and around the navel area, and so on. The digestion process in our body takes place starting from the mouth itself. The fire that promotes digestion in the stomach is referred by the name as Jaturagni, which is non-visible. All the biological activities of living beings are based on this fire element. In a living being, the fire element is measured in terms of temperature. Though it is constant, it undergoes slight variations now and then due to certain changes in our inner and outer conditions. Our body is able to adjust itself to these minor variations of this fire element. If the temperature of the fire element drops, decreases, or increases at certain point of level, then it leads to death. This element is at certain range of degree in some organs of our body. When that certain range gets disturbed, then that organ's function leads to diseases. For example, at throat, thyroid problem, at spleen, diabetes problem, at heart, many heart problems, and so on. The universe provides this element in many forms. For example, the sun. We call the sun as a Surya Bhagavan and worship in many ways. The activities on this earth is because of the sun only. Even the moon is a reflection mirror of the sun's energy. If there is no sun, that is fire element, imagine what happens to the life on this planet. Sun is the central point or leader of the remaining planets. That is why we call it as solar system. In our country, we believe the science of astrology. It is not a mere belief, it's a fact. It reveals the present and future facts of life and events of happenings on this planet. In Hindu tradition, we perform homas and yajnas to fulfill our desires and also to the well-being of the everything in this world. The Rig Veda deals with this. We perform different homas and yajnas for different purposes. Our offerings and wishes are carried to the god through homas and yajnas. Here, the fire acts as a media in between the god and human. In our country, this element is at higher dimensions at some places. For example, Tiruvannamalai, Agnisthala, etc. There are even temples where this element's power is consecrated. For example, A.Sathyanarayana temple, Konark temple, etc. We visit such places for worship. Though our intention is worshipping, it cleanses the fire element in us. In our country, we express our gratitude to the fire element by celebrating certain festivals, homas and yajnas. The festivals, for example, Pongal, Makar Sankranti, Sambadasami, Rath Saptami and so on. The fire element exists in two states, that is, in form and formless states. When a physical form is burnt, the fire element in it appears as flames. We know in the sun nuclear reactions are taking place. It's a continuous process. We call this process as nuclear fusion. That's why the sun is emitting light continuously. The sun's light is of 7 colors: violet, indigo, blue, green, orange and red. These colors are in different wavelengths. Our ancestors are well known about these facts and revealed them before it is proven scientifically. The sun travels in the space on a chariot of 7 horses. These 7 horses are 7 colors. He holds a red-colored lotus flower in one hand as a symbol of protecting the life on this planet. The red color is bio-friendly and energizer. We know that the wavelength increases from red to violet. The orange color represents a way to divineness. The green color is indiscriminatory. That's why the nature is in green. Yellow and above depicts different grades and ranges of divine quality. The fire element around our body is called aura. Corruption of this aura leads to mental and physical disturbances. This aura can be cleansed by spending some time in the nature. In our body also there are 7 chakras with 7 colors. That is, they are neurojunctions. Our well-being is connected with these chakras and their colors. Cooking means pre-digesting the food outside of our body, that is, breaking larger molecules into smaller, removing toxins and negative qualities in it. We are tiny projections of this Mother Earth. So the food cooked in earthen utensils is good for our health. And the next best choice is some specific metals. In Puri Jagannath, the offerings are cooked in earthen utensils. When the fire element is properly balanced, our well-being is assured. Then we flourish with these qualities: vitality, courage, self-confidence, authority, strong willpower, ego, outstanding action, leadership, and so on. If the fire element is ill managed in our body, then it leads to weakness, lack of confidence, meek, timid, fearful, loss of self-esteem, dominated by others, all sorrows, worries, sins, doubts, and diseases, etc. We know that the fire element is vigorous in nature and its effects are immediate. There are some persons in ancient times or even today who got mastery over this element. For example, His Holiness Ganapati Sachidananda Swami of Dattapeetham in Mysore of Karnataka state. His Holiness enters into Agnigundam as on the day of every Shivaratri. When he comes out of the fire, his appearance becomes more glorious. No single burn on his body. Even the garland on his body remains untouched by the fire. In Hindu mythology, Ramayana is a sacred epic. Mata Sita Devi proves her purity of character by entering into fire. Daksha Prajapati is one of the most powerful Prajapatis, that is, public rulers. He conducts a yajna. Mata Parvati is his daughter and the wife of Lord Shiva. She attends the yajna program uninvited. Then she was ill-treated by her father. Then she ignites the fire element in her and destroys her physical body then and there itself. Lord Sri Rama, to win the battle against Ravanasura, offers his prayers by name, that is Aditya Hridayam, to the sun. In Hindu culture, we perform Sandhya Vandanam for our well-being. It's a form of expressing our gratitude to the fire element. The place in between our eyebrows is called as Agnya Chakra, or also known as third eye. When it is well activated, it will become knowledge oriented. We will become knowledge oriented. When it is otherwise activated, it will destroy everything. For example, Lord Shiva burns Manmada through the fire of this third eye. The ancient practice of sun salutation is meant for enhancing and balancing the fire element in us. It is not a mere physical exercise. Daily practice of it strengthens our immune system and vitality. Even by practicing certain hand mudras, our body gets free from diseases. We can deactivate any bacteria or virus in our body by practicing certain mudras. The present coronavirus or any other virus present in our body can be destroyed by practicing certain mudras, that is Linga Mudra, Bhairavi Mudra or Bhairava Mudra, daily for some time. After regaining the health, it must be stopped. The thumb in our hand represents the fire element. Little finger, water. Ring finger, earth. Middle finger, space. Index finger, air. Thumb, that is fire element, plays a key role in hand mudra science. It is even proven scientifically. We have to cultivate the habit of observing the sunrise and sunset for some time. This is not only promotes our health but have other benefits also. Every day Deeparadhana, morning and evening, that is lighting a lamp with ghee or with an organic oil, removes negative energy in the house and also in our body. Non-organic substances, when burns, emits poisonous gases leading to destruction. For example, recent Vizag LG Polymers factory incident. Even atomic power stations are not suggestible. In many countries, they discontinue these units, but in our country, we are continuing it. Remember the destruction caused in Nagasaki and Hiroshima bomb blasts. Is there any guarantee that such incidents cannot happen in atomic power plants? When we first lit up the stove in the kitchen, we have to pay a salutation to the fire. How many of us are doing this? Whenever we happen to be at an yajna, sit there for some time. It results in cleansing the fire element in us. So friends, I remain stay blessed.